It is January 7th, 2021. This is the latest lockdown news for Bogota and Medellin, Colombia. Follow along. Okay, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever it is you're located. Again, this is the latest lockdown news for Bogota and Medellin. Not so much Medellin, but Bogota is really tightening the screws. I have three stories I'm going to run through. Again, I'm going to go as quick as I can. This is my lunch break. This is what I do on my lunch break, guys, to get this information out to you. This first story I have to show you solely for the introduction. Take a look at this. Yes, we're open-ish. This is Colombia Reports. This is from the 5th, and it says, Colombia not considering new coronavirus lockdowns. This is January 5th. But as I tell you, things change quickly in Colombia. So let's go to the next story. This one is entitled, and again, it's Colombia Reports. Bogota and Medellin lockdown as COVID saturates Colombia's hospitals. This is 2 days later, okay? Let me run through this one quickly, and then I'll get to the main story about Bogota. The mayors of Colombia's capital, Bogota and Medellin, ordered a lockdown and a curfew. And on Thursday, as the surge of COVID infections is saturating hospitals, the measures to curb the spreading of the coronavirus are the toughest since April last year, when the national government began a gradual reactivation of the economy. In response to a warning of the health ministry, Bogota Mayor Claudia Lopez expanded a partial lockdown, and Medellin Mayor Daniel Quintero issued a total lockdown that will last until Tuesday morning. Okay, and it's showing the cases going up. So that's why I'm not going. Otherwise, I'd be there. I know some of you guys are still going to go. Some of you have families, some of you have girls, and you have plans. You don't want to change, so I get that. According to Lopez, the arrival of the more infectious strain of the coronavirus is rapidly saturating Bogota's healthcare system, where hospitals are through the roof. I guess that's what that's supposed to be. It says through the roof. The lockdown that took force in the north of the city on Monday will be extended until the 17th and expanded to in localities in Northwest starting Tuesday. This lockdown will be lifted on the 21st, according to the mayor's office. And you can see the regions that are locked down already. I think it was these three, but they're starting to add more onto the others. I'm going to get into the details. Again, I just want to put this out during my lunch break so you get it pretty quickly, but this story has the most information. This is the Bogota Press. Again, this is today, January 7th, 2021. And by the way, if I'm offering any information of value, do me a favor. Go down and hit the subscribe button, click the bell to be alerted of any new videos, and like, more than anything. Like helps the YouTube algorithm. It helps more people get to see the videos. And if you look at my videos, you'll see the more likes, the more views I get. So do me a favor and help me spread this out. And now's a good time to pause and go down. Okay, and you're back. Thanks so much. I appreciate the likes. I appreciate everything. So here we go. This one's entitled Bogota on Red Alert, Citywide Curfew. Okay, as cases continue to rise, mayor warns that the new strain may have arrived in the capital. And here as well, and there's a picture of the streets are just bare. I see videos and there's people out and about. So there's a disconnect between what I'm seeing on YouTube and what I'm seeing on these official reports. Again, this is the Bogota Post. Just days after Bogota introduced the first measures to counter the second wave of the coronavirus, Mayor Claudia Lopez has announced a curfew and other restrictions. The city is on red alert as the emergency room occupation reaches 86%, and from tonight, mobility in the capital will be restricted to 4 days. The Ministry of Health announced the movement of people in vehicles and public spaces will be restricted in the city with an emergency room occupation above 85%. Lopez acknowledges that it's a difficult start of the year, but said we are faced with the possible phenomena such as the new strain, and that is why we must take extreme measures to protect ourselves. She warned the numbers of cases are rising faster than anticipated, and also the higher viral load is also being detected. In addition, Lopez raised the possibility that a drastic rise in numbers could reflect the presence of a new strain that was first identified in the UK. It's there. Remember, after the holidays too, people were wilding out and seeing family and visiting over the holidays. And it says further down, I think in this story, the other one, they're expecting 1 point some odd million people to come back to Bogota. So, and I would assume Medellin as well. So new restrictions in Bogota. This is the meat of this video right here. There's already a citywide ban on alcohol sales for the weekend, and locally strict quarantines in place for Suba, Engativá, and Usaquén. The new rules aim to shut the city down and prevent further spread during the upcoming holiday weekend. From 11:59 tonight until 4 a.m. Tuesday, the city will see a total restriction on mobility. As yet, the announcements aren't clear on what will be restricted, but it seems that likely public transport and taxis will not be able to operate. So to summarize, here's a few bullet points. Mobility restriction from 11:59 p.m. tonight, January 7th, until 4 a.m. on January 12th. Coincidentally, that's the day they're going to start requiring PCR tests to enter the country when you fly in. Next one, there will be no ciclovia on Sunday and Monday, January 10th and 11th. I don't know what ciclovia is. I don't know if that's where they block the streets off and allow bikes and people to walk. But somebody tell me what ciclovia is if you can. Okay, the next one says parks will be shut from Saturday, January 9th. Next one, a citywide nightly curfew will begin on January 12th. So a citywide nightly curfew is going to begin on the 12th when the other total lockdown ends. Kennedy, Fontibon, and Tesaquilla will also enter strict quarantine on January 12th. Quarantines will remain in Suba, Engativá, and Usaquén. Pico y Cédula will continue until the end of January. So they're locking it up, buddy. They're locking this up. It's getting tight. If you are either returning to or leaving the city, you won't be stopped. Local authorities are asking you to do a 7-day voluntary isolation. They recommend that you don't stop for food en route, wear a mask, and go straight to your destination. Total lockdown again. The mayor told Bogotanos that this weekend will be similar to the first isolation drill. Let's hope it won't be like that first drill, which began as a 4-day measure and continued for almost 6 months. They're locking it up, people. So I know you guys have plans. This is the news to help you with your plans. If you're going to go, you need to know these things. What that means in practice is that health personnel and essential workers will be exempt. But for the most part, we're being asked to stay home and not go out. Nightly curfew in Bogota from January 12th. Once the holiday weekend has passed, the total restriction on mobility will be lifted. However, we'll then see a nightly curfew to prevent people from going to bars and restaurants. From Tuesday, January 12th to Sunday, January 17th, the curfew will be in place throughout the city, and the Transmilenio will stop working at 8 p.m. each night. In addition, Kennedy, Fontibon, and Tesaquilla will also enter strict quarantine from January 12th to the 21st. As with previous lockdowns, that means only essential workers will be able to go out and about their business. One person per household will be allowed to go out for essentials such as shopping and banking. 1 hour of exercise will be permitted each day, and alcohol will not be on sale at weekends in those districts. The mayor's office warned that 1 in 3 tests in Bogota are coming back positive. 33% positivity, that's high. With vaccination some way off, it remains to be seen what impact these restrictions will have on the city's health and economy. Now, it looks like that they are going to start rolling out the vaccines the beginning of February is what I heard, the first 2 weeks of February. That's according to the head of Minsalud, Ruiz, but we know how old boy is working out. So anyway, just wanted to get the latest information to you as far as lockdowns, because you need to know if you're flying into Bogota, if you're staying in Bogota, because it looks like half the people are coming from Bogota and half from are headed to Medellin and just transferring through. If anybody knows where to get tests done in Medellin, please let me know so I can share it with others. Anybody knows where to get PCR tests done, because it looks like a lot of people are going to require tests coming back. And one will be, I know Canada is requiring, and I think it starts on the 12th or the 7th. Don't get me wrong. Let me see if I have that story. Okay, here's the latest story that I wanted to show you from Canada regarding flying in and out of Canada. Canada requiring PCR test and quarantine for international travelers. Now, this says since March 2020, Canada has been requiring a 14-day quarantine for arrival international travelers. Well, the country is now adding a further requirement coinciding with fears of a new, faster spreading COVID-19 strain. In the past, let's see, in the post, let's skip those older stories. International travelers need a negative test result. As of January 7th, 2021, that's today, Canada will require international travelers arriving into Canada by air to have a tested negative for COVID-19 before traveling from another country. The test must be performed using a COVID-19 molecular polymerase chain reaction PCR test and must be taken within 72 hours prior to the traveler's scheduled departure to Canada. This applies to all travelers 5 years of age and older. The negative test results must be presented at an airline check-in counter prior to boarding the flight to Canada. I am going over Canada instead of the US because I want to include them. I have a lot of viewers from Canada, so I want to make sure you guys know too. A lot of viewers, they're there now. And these guys are passing on good information to you guys too. So let's all, if we can, if you have any information that I'm not showing, please pop it up and I'll investigate and I'll try to get a corresponding story and put it out. This requirement is reasonable enough, though it's worth posting a reminder that in many parts of the world, it can still be tough both to get tested and to get the results reliably within a 72-hour period. While we're seeing an increase in the number of tests designed specifically for travel, these purposes in the United States, for example, there are many countries where they're not readily available. Canada also has a mandatory 14-day quarantine. Now, where is this? I think I saw somewhere, maybe not in this story, but there's another one. I think they changed it. If you're from certain countries, and I'm just going to scan through here because I want to get this out quickly. And I still need at least 15 minutes to eat lunch. Maybe not in this story, but basically it had to do if you're from certain countries, and it included Colombia, that you had up to 96 hours because it's hard to find the test and they know it has a cost associated with it. From my understanding from the guys in Canada, that they pay for the test, it's $150 to $200 if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. And I asked one of my guys, hey, what happens when you get reimbursed? Because he gets reimbursed for it through their healthcare system. He says normally within 24 hours, they get it back in their account. We can't do that in the US. Why? I can't tell you why. But anyway, I just want to throw this story out for you guys. Do me a favor. Again, if I'm offering any information to benefit, go down and hit the subscribe button, click the bell to be alerted of any new videos. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for your support and be safe.
We have a YouTube channel, like it. Please comment and share if you like the video. Please subscribe and click the bell.